This is News 3 Now at 6.
Thank you for joining us. With Badgers football returning next month, there's concern about how to prevent situations like this around town. This is video from New York City. College students crowded together at parties with no masks on.
Fans won't be allowed in the Camp Randall stands, which could mean a lot of people searching for places to watch and to party.
Madeline O'Neill joins us live on Mifflin Street with how city and county leaders are trying to discourage gatherings. Maddie?
Yeah, well, we're actually right here near Camp Randall, where in a usual year, Badger football games would mean tailgating and parties. But of course, this isn't a usual year.
When you have events that bring more people together and bring more people downtown who aren't on campus, such as a tailgate, a house party, whatever way people are going to get together to celebrate games, you're going to have an increase in the risk and spread, and you're going to have an increase in the risk that it spreads beyond the campus.
Dane County Executive Joe Parisi is cautioning against any kind of gatherings, saying that our actions have real-world consequences, such as the University Hospital limiting visitors again with the recent spike in cases. It's a sentiment Madison Mayor Sachi Rhodes-Conway shares.
If I thought there was a way to do football without that happening, I'd be all for it. But we can't support folks in the stands at any sort of density, and we certainly can't support parties. The bottom line here, folks, is that our health is the most important thing.
Public Health Madison Dane County is also urging people not to gather on game days and says they'll continue to enforce public health orders with Madison Police. Madison Police say that means helping out with issues like crowd size, saying in a statement, quote, compliance with the public health order, mask wearing, social distancing, capacity limits, etc., is critical to public safety and welfare to help decrease the spread of COVID-19. Now, we're also talking with students in this area excited about the return of football this year. We're talking with them about what they foresee game days will look like. We'll have that story tonight at 10.
Maddie, thank you.
The athletic department wants to make sure players stay safe as well. That could be a challenge on a campus that is seeing spiking coronavirus numbers. Sports director Zach Hanley tells us what the athletic director views his players' role is in all that. Zach?
Well, there hasn't been talk of putting the Badger football team in a bubble, but Barry Alvarez, Paul Chris, and other coaches have stressed being responsible. You remember the Badgers Defend video about hand washing, standing 6 feet apart and wearing masks. Now, Alvarez wants them to do more.
We've tried to take it a step further and ask them to be leaders on this campus and in the community where they can send the message, a safe message, and help improve our situation here in Madison and particularly on campus.
And coming up in sports, we'll have reaction from the players on getting their season back.
All right, Zach, thank you. And Chancellor Rebecca Blank sent a statement in response to the return of Big Ten competition. It says, quote, the health and safety of our student athletes and coaching staff have always been my biggest concern. She goes on to say that university leaders have had extensive conversations with doctors and medical advisors and believe that a daily rapid testing plan for student athletes and coaches is now feasible and affordable.
While the initial reaction from Badgers players and fans is excitement, health experts are cautiously optimistic. UW health expert Dr. Jeff Potoff says, unlike the pros, there aren't any consequences for not social distancing. He also emphasized it's not just about the players, but the community as a whole.
We can't tailgate this year. Like, that can't happen. And I think we need to see what kind of efforts are going to be put in place to ensure that those kids that are on campus or other individuals that really enjoy a great tailgate aren't doing that this year.
Dr. Potoff says he is encouraged by the daily testing the Big Ten will reportedly require, but he doesn't think we'll be able to make it through 8 games. UW-Madison officials say a student has been hospitalized with COVID-19 complications. The vast majority of UW-Madison students who have tested positive have reported experiencing symptoms. Officials with Public Health Madison and Dane County say 88% have reported different levels of sickness. Today, there were 48 new cases reported from UW-Madison. Madison. 46 of those are students and 2 are employees. In total, there have been more than 2,200 positive tests linked to campus.
More than 300 students are moving out of their dorms at UW-Madison after a quarantine placed thousands of them on lockdown. Places like the James, Equinox, and Towers on State say they've all had a large increase in the number of students looking for somewhere else to stay. Students we spoke with today said a lot of people are struggling to find openings right now. One student we spoke with said a lot of them just don't want to be at the university's mercy anymore.
Here we have the freedom to go and get food and go and see our friends that live in stateside. Or there we would be locked in our room with no freedom at all.
Now, according to the UW, about 5% of its students have canceled their housing contracts so far. And UW-Madison has extended its tuition refund deadline by 1 week to this Friday in order to help students and families cope with the challenges related to COVID-19. The registrar says they hope this will give students some flexibility amid all the uncertainty. Students who want to completely withdraw from the semester can get their tuition money back if they act in the next 2 days.
To weather now, cooler temperatures are moving in. Let's check your first warn forecast with Chief Meteorologist Gary Canolti.
Charlotte, we had a cold front come through this afternoon. Winds have shifted around to the northwest. Skies are actually clearing out. You can still see that haze from the wildfire smoke overhead from the live view from the Edgewater Sky Cam, but you can see the little band of clouds that moved through Madison and now is down right near the Wisconsin-Illinois state line. That's the cold front dropping southeastward. Doppler track shows that front came through with absolutely no rain. In fact, none of those clouds producing any precipitation. Notice to the south and east, just ahead of the front, Kenosha is still at 76 degrees, whereas Madison has dropped to 69. The temperatures are in the upper 60s to our north and west. By tomorrow morning, we'll be down in the lower 50s with partly cloudy skies overnight. High temperature tomorrow, a little cooler at 64 degrees under mostly sunny skies. Later on, I'll take a look at a dry but milder forecast as we head into next week.
New at 6, a mandatory mask mandate will remain in effect in Dane County, even if the statewide mask mandate expires later this month. Dane County Executive Joe Parisi says we need a mask mandate more than ever due to the surge in cases downtown and on the UW-Madison campus. Governor Evers' statewide order is set to expire on September 28th. Yesterday, during a media briefing, the governor spoke about the possibility of extending that mandate. Across the state, there are more than 1,500 new cases confirmed today. We are sitting just below Wisconsin's single-day new case record of 1,546. That was set last week, Thursday. 8 more people have died and 48 more people have been hospitalized. The positivity rate is up slightly to 11.5%. The 7-day average is above that at right around 14%.
Tonight, the Madison School District is explaining why it hopes you vote to increase your taxes, both to upgrade aging schools and offer students some new educational opportunities.
We're trying to get to our 21st century standards and giving our students the highest quality of facilities so that they can have the highest qualities of learning. We're in Madison, and we expect a lot out of Madison.
So the district has 2 questions on the November 3rd ballot that total $350 million. Most of that would be spent upgrading the 4 high schools. In place since 1922, East High School is unique, an historic building. But the district wants to add science and engineering labs, rework the main entrance, redo the HVAC system. That building is the district's focus tonight. A Facebook Live event right now will continue until 6:30. There will be more Facebook Lives in the coming weeks to cover other topics included in this referendum. Voting yes would increase your property taxes by $60 for every $100,000 in property value. And coming up next at 6, a group of sisters is doing something good. They found a unique way to support their favorite Mexican restaurant. It's getting a lot of attention online. That story up next. Stay with us.
Ashley Home Store's 4-day semi-annual customer appreciation sale is on with a deal we've never offered before and may never be able to offer again. Hurry in, this sale can't be extended through Monday only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
For our seniors, Social Security is a sacred obligation, a sacred promise made. The current president is threatening to break that promise. He's proposing to eliminate a tax that pays for almost half the Social Security without any way of making up for that lost revenue. I will not let that happen. If I'm your president, we're going to protect Social Security and Medicare. You have my word. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Drive-through flu shots are now at Hy-Vee. Your Hy-Vee pharmacy now has a drive-through flu shot clinic, so you don't even have to leave your car to get your flu shot. It's fast and convenient, and there's no appointment necessary. Check with your local store for flu shot clinic hours. And you can still get your flu shot safely inside the store anytime the pharmacy is open, with no appointment necessary. Get your flu shot, plus earn a 20-cent fuel saver, only at Hy-Vee. Some restrictions apply.
When you shop at Blaine's Farm and Fleet, you'll always find great deals on the things you need. And right now, get even deeper savings store-wide with our lowest prices of the year. Like all men's and women's Carhartt pants, 25% off. Save over $30 on this 12-gallon shop vac. All multi-pet dog and cat toys are buy one, get one free. Plus, buy online and pick up your items in our convenient drive-thru. And don't miss out on our lowest prices of the year.
Find value at Blaine's Farm and Fleet. During the 4-day customer appreciation sale at Ashley Home Store, we're offering a mattress deal so good, we've never offered it before, and we may never be able to again. Hurry, it's through Monday only at Ashley Home Store. This is home.
You are watching News 3 Now at 6.
Welcome back. 3 sisters are getting a lot of attention on TikTok for finding a creative way to help a Madison restaurant attract more customers.
When the pandemic hit, I think it got really hard for small businesses to stay open in the normal way, especially because people weren't coming in person. We noticed that they put up these signs that said "We are open," and I thought to myself, well, you know, that sign's doing the job. It looks great, but my one skill in life is that I'm an artist and I can improve upon that.
She says their family has a tradition of getting burritos on Saturday afternoons, and they have a number of businesses they'd like to support, including El Rancho Mexican Grill on South Park Street. So she and her 2 sisters came together to do something good, creating a new colorful open sign.
My sister texted me and said that she wanted to build a sign, and I immediately said, oh, that's great. I can sketch out the sign on Procreate. On my iPad, and then it'll make it a bit easier to paint. So I did the design in Procreate, and I guess I helped you build it, but yeah, if you watch the TikTok, I should not have been given a song.
The logo was inspired by the colorful El Rancho building and made to stand out on the busy road, encouraging people to come in for a meal. Well, here's an opportunity for you to do something good. We are partnering with Clinky Cleaners to collect coats for kids. After just 2 days, there have been 240 donations. If you have a coat you've outgrown or rarely wear, please consider giving it to a family who's struggling. The need is even higher right now due to the financial impact of the pandemic. You can donate coats, gloves, hats, or other accessories to any Clinky Cleaners location.
UW Health continues to warn people that cancer does not wait for a pandemic to end. Screenings are just as important as ever. They're recognizing patient navigators as today's healthcare heroes. Their job is to connect with people, often those who are uninsured, and guide them through breast and cervical cancer screenings. Patient navigators work closely with the Wisconsin Well Women program, which provides those screenings for women with little income and little or no health insurance.
If a woman have a diagnosis of breast cancer, so I work with her since diagnosis to treatment until she finished treatment, and I help them with resources. So many times these women that have a diagnosis of breast cancer, they need assistance with transportation, with a housing assistance, with insurance, and with other kind of resources. So I help them with that.
Now, before COVID-19, she would travel throughout 12 southwestern Wisconsin counties, visiting rural clinics and hosting informational booths at events. When clinics were closed and the events were canceled, she had to get a little creative by partnering with community organizations and food banks to deliver cancer screening information alongside food or school supplies. Still ahead at 6, after 7 decades, the Wisconsin Dells Water Show is coming to an end. We'll hear why struggles from the pandemic were too great to overcome. And temperatures are starting to cool off. Gary will have your first warn forecast. That's next at 6.
It's Celebration September at Hy-Vee. Earn a 15-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $30 you spend. That's a 15-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Update your home with style today at Menards. From the kitchen to the bathroom, Menards offers a great selection of faucets to choose from. They come in a wide variety of styles and finishes. Save on top brands like Pfister and Tuscany. They design products that are built to last and will look good in all applications. Save on your next update today with 11% off all faucets right now at Menards.
Save big money at Menards. Get more for your kitchen now at the Brothers Maine Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale. We want you to absolutely love your new kitchen, so you'll get big savings on the latest incredible products from GE and our risk-free 30-day price satisfaction guarantee. We want you to be 100% satisfied every time. That's why we're the More Store. The Big Kitchen Upgrade Sale with more selection, more savings, and more kitchen. Now at the Brothers Maine, your local store for more since 1938.
At the New Balance store, we go above expectations and beyond shoes. We're here to help runners achieve their goals and push their limits in every sport or adventure they pursue. That kind of performance demands real innovations in technology, shape, and fit, and we're experts in all of it. So, no matter why you run, your best race starts here. Stop by and experience the difference of your local New Balance store today.
Comfort with style. Trust your feet to the experts at New Balance Madison.
New Balance Madison, Hilldale.
Let us help you create your family's recipe for health. SSM Health and News 3 Now are making it easy by putting all the ingredients right at your fingertips. With topics like healthy habits, nutrition, and mental well-being, there's something for everyone. Visit Channel 3000's Time for Kids page for advice from SSM Health experts. And catch fresh and informative reports on News 3 Now.
Take time for kids with SSM Health and News 3 Now.
It's Celebration September at Hy-Vee. Earn a 15-cent Hy-Vee fuel saver for every $30 you spend. That's a 15-cent fuel saver. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Only at Hy-Vee.
Tonight, the Tommy Bartlett Water Show's website offers a hopeful greeting, saying performers look forward to returning in 2021. That hope faded today.
The show shutting down forever after nearly 70 years. Amanda Quintana live in the Dells with how the pandemic claimed yet another business. Amanda?
Yeah, it's really a sad sight here. You can see the stands are empty. The water is really calm, but it's actually been like this all summer. The owner decided back in April to shut down, but at that point, they thought it would be temporary. Now it's permanent.
In business, the most important thing is to make business decisions, don't make emotional decisions.
Tom Deal definitely had to make one that fell into both categories.
To me, there was zero probability going forward.
The Tommy Bartlett Show president announced today they'd close for good. It's coming at a time of year when Deal would normally be hiring skiers, making costumes, preparing for next summer. But the uncertainty of the coronavirus made that impossible, just like making a profit.
We'd have the ability to take a 5,000-seat amphitheater and put everybody 6 feet apart, but then you'd go bankrupt, so it doesn't make any sense.
For Deal, this show, this company, is his life's work.
I took a summer job here in 1967. It was a husband and wife job. I was still an undergraduate at Cornell University and been here ever since.
But as it comes to an end after 69 years, he's had some time to prepare mentally for this moment. For everyone else, this news is brand new.
I remember growing as a kid, like getting the good cotton candy and just watching the show. It's hard to believe that it's closed down.
They've just been unbelievably generous with our community, our schools, giving the kids free entertainment and busing to show year after year that I think it's sad to see them go.
Winnebago gift shop owner Tara Anker says she's heartbroken the town is losing an icon, but she's hopeful visitors will keep coming.
I think the rest of us will be fine. I think you just take the hits as they come, one at a time.
While businesses will feel the loss and ride the emotional waves, there's opportunity, too.
Somebody in the entertainment business will have big shoes to fill.
The plan now is to sell this property. Deal says that he's already sold a few pieces of land over across the water here, but now the plan is to sell this amphitheater and the big parking lot.
All right, Amanda Quintana live in the Dells. Amanda, thank you.
And here's Gary with a look at some cooler temperatures coming our way.
But at least the weather's quiet around here. Probably the biggest issue that we have is just the haze from the wildfire smoke out west. But three things you need to know in the forecast. Look for sunny skies tomorrow. Temperatures, though, will be back into the middle 60s. We'll stay cool into the weekend with temperatures remaining in the 60s through Sunday. But we should warm up next week, and we'll have dry weather not only for the rest of this week, but through next week as well, and probably into the following weekend. One place they could use some dry weather is the southeastern part of the country. This is Tropical Storm Sally. You can see most of the shower and thunderstorm activities north and east of the center of circulation, which is over southeastern Alabama. But take a look at some of the rainfall totals over the last 4 days. Perhaps as much as 20 to almost 30 inches of rain has fallen over the Florida Panhandle, and additional rainfall of 5 to 10 inches is possible from Georgia into the Carolinas before the storm winds down. Right now, it's located over far southern Alabama. Maximum sustained wind 60 miles per hour with gusts to near hurricane force. Moving to the northeast now, it's 7 miles per hour. That will eventually weaken over the Carolinas over the next couple of days. But the tropics remain very active. You know, with climate change, this is about as active as I've ever seen a tropical map, with Tropical Storm Sally, Post-Tropical Storm Paulette, which is still at hurricane force, Hurricane Teddy, Tropical Storm Vicky, a strong wave here that probably will develop into a tropical weather system, and another area in the Gulf of Mexico that could threaten the Gulf Coast sometime by the weekend or early next week with another tropical weather system. So not only are the tropics active because of climate change, but take a look at the the difference between record low and record high temperatures. Folks over at Climate Central have shown us that if you look at the averages, normally half the time you should set record low temperatures, half the time record high temperatures. But that's not been the case as we've headed into the 21st century. Over the 20 teens here in Madison, we've had 67% of our records be record high temperatures compared to 33% as record low temperatures. And not only that, it's been a very hot summer over parts of the country. These dots here indicate weather reporting stations that have seen their records for this summer to be in the top 10% of the hottest summers of all time. And a few places, including one in Wisconsin, but several in New England and also over parts of the Southwest, it's been the hottest summer ever. So we continue to see the records pile up. We're also dealing, of course, with the haze from the wildfire smoke caused by climate change out west. That continues to stream into the Midwest, but the rest of the country is very quiet outside of Sally in the southeastern part of the country, and that means our weather will stay dry at least for the foreseeable future. So the forecast for tomorrow calls for mostly sunny skies, but it will be cooler. High temperature drops back to 64 degrees, and as we look at the next 7 to 10 day forecast, again, dry weather expected. Cool weather through the weekend, but warming back up into the 70s next week. First day of fall officially on Tuesday, but the next chance of rain probably holding off till the end of next weekend.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
You were always the responsible one, so much like me, always taking care of everyone else. But this wasn't your responsibility. I already took care of the arrangements. The Ryans made it so easy. I didn't want you to worry about a thing. It's my last gift to you, my lovely daughter.
If you're hearing a grinding or squealing when coming to a stop, it's time to have your brakes checked. Meineke's 23-point inspection will identify the problem and get them in working order. Stop in or make an appointment online today. Meineke, doing car care right.
Steinhaffel's biggest Labor Day sale ever has been extended. These are the final days to get incredible deals on furniture you love. Save 35% store-wide, free in-carton shipping, and take 5 years to pay with Steinhaffel's special financing. This is your last chance to take advantage of Labor Day pricing on living room, dining room, and bedroom furniture, plus all of our mattresses, including Tempur-Pedic, Purple, and Beauty Rest. Hurry in. This is your last chance to save big during Steinhaffel's Labor Day sale.
Gene, did you know Geico is now offering an extra 15% credit on car and motorcycle policies?
That's great.
That's 15% on top of what Geico could already save you. So what are you waiting for? John Stamos to knit you a scarf?
All finished, Gene. Enjoy.
Thank you.
I give.
The stitch work is impeccable.
That's just a double fleck pattern with a reverse garter stitch. No big deal.
Is your hair this soft?
Softer.
Geico. Save an extra 15% when you switch by October 7th.
The chief actuary of the Social Security Administration just released an analysis of Trump's planned cuts to Social Security. Under Trump's plan, Social Security would become permanently depleted by the middle of calendar year 2023. If Trump gets his way, Social Security benefits will run out in just 3 years from now. Don't let it happen. Joe Biden will protect Social Security.
I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Patty says things are about to cool down. She'll have the details in her first warn forecast.
And with the start of a school year unlike any other, the state's top education official is getting ready to give the annual State of Education address.
We'll preview what she has to say Thursday morning.
Big Ten football is back. Man, that just sounds good. Starting either on October 23rd or 24th, the Badgers will kick off their 9-game season. The schedule will be released later this week, but I have a feeling the guys would strap it up right now if they could. The Badgers took to Twitter and Instagram, sharing their excitement. Jake Ferguson posted, "That moment when you realize we back." Graham Mertz with a short and sweet tweet, "Go time." Eric Burrell used a little more characters than his backup QB, saying, "Prayers were answered, hashtag on Wisconsin." And Garrett Rand with the old blue-collar approach, going back to work. The Packers are already hard at work preparing for the Lions. Now, they might not be the toughest opponent in the NFL, but they are a division rival, and they always seem to give the Packers fits. Last year, Green Bay swept Detroit, but they didn't lead for 1 second until the game was over. It took 2 Mason Crosby last-second field goals to beat the Lions. So Matt LaFleur knows what his team is in for on Sunday.
They gave us everything we could handle last year. I mean, the fact that they were winning for literally 120 minutes out of 120 minutes, I mean, it was pretty much a miracle that we were able to take both those games. So, you know, it's going to be a tough game.
Former Badger Russell Wilson was named the NFC's Offensive Player of the Week for his performance in Week 1. Against the Falcons, Wilson completed nearly 90% of his passes while throwing for 322 yards and 4 touchdowns. He also led the team in rushing. The NBA announced their All-NBA teams this afternoon, and there were 2 guys who were unanimous first-teamers, LeBron James and Giannis. It's the second time in his career he's been tabbed first-team All-NBA. A couple weeks ago, the Bucks superstar was named the league's Defensive Player of the Year, and he's expected to win his 2nd straight MVP. The Brewers and Cardinals playing 2 again today. Game 1 got underway a little after 4. Didn't go as planned for the Brew Crew. They fall 4-2, but I know one person who kind of liked that result.
Mm-hmm.
We can name names?
Yeah.
Ask her about last night.
Right now.
Okay.
Both the Cubs and the Cardinals are, you know, are fighting each other. So,
It always happens.
Yeah. So
well, let's move on to weather, Gary.
Well, you can see temperatures right now starting to cool off. We're in the upper 60s. Tomorrow, look for a cooler day with a high temperature of around 64 degrees, and then dry weather expected through the weekend and through next week. Milder weather for next week.
All right, sir. Thank you very much, and thank you for joining us for News 3 Now at 6.
Have a great evening, and we'll see you back here at 10.